Hey kids, welcome back to this week's episode of Kids Zone. Today we're filming this outside because it's just so nice. Hope you guys are having fun in the sun. Let's get right into it.
All right, we're gonna sing It's Me, O Lord. It's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my father, not my mother, but it's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my father, not my mother, but it's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
It's me,
O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, O Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
All right, next we're going to learn about how to be a great friend. Stick around.
Hi guys, my name is Luke. Some of you have seen me before in bus. Today I wanted to bring a little lesson to you, something that I had learned from the Bible and I thought it would help you guys out. So today there's a passage in Mark chapter 2. If you take your Bibles and turn there, it's about 4 friends and they did something pretty great. They took their friend to Jesus. Now I'm going to read the passage and you'll see what happens. Mark chapter 2 verse 1 says, "And again he entered into Capernaum after some days, and it was noised that he was in the house. And straightway many were gathered together, insomuch that there was no room to receive them, not so much as about the door, and he preached the word unto them." And here's the verse I want you to notice. Verse 3 says, "And they come unto him, bringing one sick of the palsy, and which was born of 4. That's the 4 friends. They were carrying their friend. He was sick, he couldn't walk. Sick of the palsy means basically he was unable to move at all. Somebody who was paralyzed, okay? So verse 4 says, "And when they could not come nigh unto him for the press, they uncovered the roof where he was. When they had broken it up, they laid down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. And Jesus said, when Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the one sick of the palsy, Son, thy sins be forgiven thee." And if you jump down to verse 10, it says, "But that they may know," this is Jesus talking, "but that they may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins. And he saith unto the one sick of the palsy, I say unto thee, arise, take up thy bed, and go thy way unto thy house. And immediately he arose, took up his bed, and went forth before them, insomuch that they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, We never saw it on this fashion." So I think of these 4 friends, okay? They had one friend who was very sick. He couldn't do anything to help himself, but they took time out of their days to help him. The first thing I see is they saw his need to get to Jesus. They knew that this man couldn't be healed at all. There was nothing the doctors could do, nothing anyone could do to help him. But they knew, they had faith in Jesus that he would heal him. They knew he couldn't do it on his own. He couldn't walk. He had to be carried. They cared enough about him to get him there no matter what. They may have had to go really far. We don't know. It says Jesus was in Capernaum. It doesn't say where they came from. They may have had to walk miles carrying a man. There was 4 of them. That's a lot of work to carry a guy, you know? Yes, he was on a bed, so he's laying down on a bed. They're all carrying him like a stretcher, but that's a lot of work. They all took the time out of their days and their busy lives to help their friend because they knew that Jesus could help him. They ran into obstacles along the way. There was crowds surrounding Jesus on every side. When they got there, the house was just surrounded with people, filled with people. There was no way they could get in or even get close. Nothing they could do to get to Jesus, but they didn't give up. They devised a plan. They took him up to the roof. Now the roofs back in that day were made with straw and mud, and reeds that were weaved together, and then they hardened. Well, these guys got down there on the roof and they tore that stuff up so that they could create a hole in the roof to let their friend down through. This took a lot of work and a lot of effort from these guys, okay? It wasn't an easy task. When they finally did that, then they lowered him down through the roof, okay? You think they had to carry this guy. They've been carrying him a long ways. Then they had to take ropes and had to lower him down. And they knew if they dropped him, that would be bad, because they're dropping him with Jesus. And also it would probably hurt him. So when they got him down there, Jesus saw their faith, and he looked up, and he knew that the faith of those men is what had them bring their friend there. He saved their friend. It says in verse 5, Jesus says, "Son, thy sins be forgiven thee." And he also healed their friend. That in verse 11 says, "I say unto thee, arise, take up thy bed, and go thy way into the house." So I want to ask you today, what kind of friend have you? I know a lot of you have friends. I was on bus before, and you guys have a lot of friends out there, but how good are you to your friends? Are you willing to help them if they've got physical problems, issues? Would you carry your friend even an hour to help get him to help? Would you carry him a day? But more importantly, what would you do to help your friend spiritually? If you're saved, you know that you need Jesus in order to get to heaven. Are you helping your friends find Jesus? Are you bringing your friends to Jesus? That's what you need to do.
Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. Doing exactly what the Lord commands, doing it happily. Action is the key, do it immediately. Joy you will receive. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe, and you spell it out. B-E-D-I-E-N-C-E. Yes, sir. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. We want to live pure, we want to live clean, we want to do our best, sweetly submitting to authority, leading to God the rest, walking in the light, keeping our attitude right, on the narrow way. For if we believe the word we receive, we always will obey, and you spell it out. B-E-D-I-E-N-C-E. Yes, sir. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. To show that you believe.
Obedience.
For our last song, we're going to sing, "I Will Sing of the Mercies of the Lord Forever." Ready?
Ready?
I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. I will sing. I will sing. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord. With my mouth will I make known thy faithfulness, thy faithfulness. With my mouth will I make known thy faithfulness to all generations. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. I will sing of the mercies of the Lord.
All right, so here we go. Wait, hold on. All right, kids, that's it for this week. We'll hope to see you back next week. Goodbye.
Bye.